Rejected sales orders. Now, most people would expect, oh, when I send this sale order to the system and it can't fulfill it, it will just reject it and I won't see anything in the software. Yeah, that's kind of great, but the problem is that then you can't even tell that your customers are having problems. So if they've got completely automated software, banging out sales orders and just sending them straight through to Carding Cloud, and we're just rejecting them and nothing's showing up anywhere, people don't even know this is going on. And it can actually be really hard to diagnose. So what happens with rejected sales orders is if someone sends a sale order into the system and let's say we don't have enough stock, or they ask for a product that doesn't actually exist, or they ask for, I don't know, an expiry date that we don't have, Carding Cloud will still create a sales order in the system and it will populate it with as much as it possibly can, but it will be in a status that we call rejected. And the reason for that is it's saying we rejected the sale order, but here's what they asked for. When you go into that sales order, it then gives you a list of all the errors that it encountered when it was trying to import it. So you can see that stuff really easily. So if they ask for a product that doesn't exist, it'll have it in there. It'll say, they asked for 3 of this product, but that product wasn't found. That's why this order got rejected. If the client then sends the same order again, and we know it's the same order because the reference number is the same, if there's already a rejected order in Carding Cloud, the new order will override that existing order. The reason being is that what's the point in having an old rejected order if they've resent it and now it's good? So we delete that record when a new one comes in. Rejected orders will sit in the system for 2 weeks and then a cron job comes through and clears them out. So, because after 2 weeks, you don't care about them anymore. Like, who cares? They're not going to be asking questions about a job that got rejected back then. But that's how the rejected orders work. Now, there's one other thing that happens when a rejected order goes in. Let's say that you've got, that there were some products which were successfully read. So, for example, they've asked for a total of 10 products. 8 of them were successful, 2 of them weren't. We actually add those products to the sales order as if the sale order had been processed, but we put them in a state that we call unassigned. Now, what that means is that it's saying this sale order, this particular line item, we need 20 of them, but it hasn't created the link between that record and the actual stock. Because what happens within Carding Cloud is that when an order goes in, it immediately picks from some stock and then holds that record so that no other sales order can come in and get the same stock. Because otherwise you'd end up with a warehouse system where, I don't know, it over allocates. You place 100 orders, it's like, yeah, we've got one of those. And it tells 100 different orders, we've got one of those. And then they come in to pick it and it doesn't work. So the moment a sales order gets processed, it goes and it attaches itself to that stock and it's like, yeah, I've got that. And this is, I mean, we can get into details of this, but this reduces what we call the free quantity, how much stock's still available. When you have unassigned, it means that it hasn't taken from any stock record. It's sitting in there so you can see what it was supposed to do, but it hasn't actually taken from anything, so it's not holding up other orders which can be processed from being able to grab that stock.